Hello everyone, and now welcome to game number 3 in this series between Check and Happy. Check spawning as the red night elf over here on the top left hand side of Echo Isle. Meanwhile, over here on the top right we have Happy spawning as the blue undead. So far we see things evening up in this best of 3 series, hence game 3 in a best of 3, as Happy did take game number 1 and Check was able to fight back and win in game number 2. Now, it appears the Warden is going to be the hero of choice here in game number 3, and the Warden is a very, very interesting hero, as we've seen as of late, level 3 Blink is perhaps better than level 2 Fan of Knives or level 3 Fan of Knives or level 3 Shadow Strike. The mobility offered to the Warden is just so incredibly high that perhaps it will become a much more commonplace strategy. However, this is back from Gcup 68, so I have a rewound time just a little bit. Or I guess I can turn back time as the Renegade Wizard does fall, giving the Warden Claws of Attack +6. Now, Forest Troll Shadow Priest has been picked up, and that is going to be a very useful item going up against Happy because of that Dispel Magic. Abolish Magic, excuse me. Very, very useful in the matchup. As the Death Knight now wandering back down across over here, and I'm hoping that this game does not take me longer than 40 minutes to cast. I am a bit tired, and I do have something to do, well, in 42 minutes. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this. You guys actually know more than me right now the length of this game, as I am just going to go ahead and clear out this 3-1-1 creep camp with the Death Knight. Not me, but Happy. Anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at what's going to be happening here and talk about some of the predictions on this particular matchup. As the guys are creeping out this particular map, you know that this map only has 2 gold mines besides the original starting 2. Hence, gold is a very, very precious commodity on this map. The limited number of creeps on this map as well also has a very, very big impact on the fights that you're going to see. I think you're going to see a lot of level 4 fights, but and then later on, if the game does go long, level 5 fights. It's very, very rare for the game to actually get to level 6, but because Check is running a solo Warden, we may see the Avatar of Vengeance come into play. Avatar of Vengeance, a very, very strong hero, and that is just able to really wreck an undead base because the graveyard itself is providing corpses for those spirits of vengeance. The Avatar of Vengeance can just sit out across over here, take a little bit of damage from the Halls of the Dead, and then spawn Spirits of Vengeances right here, so close to that Acolyte gold mine. Now, back across over here, Death Knight now wandering around. It looks as though he's going to be looking to perhaps pick up some items. No, going after the Forest Troll Berserker, death coiling that one ghoul right there, and it is going to be up to level 3 very, very quickly. Happy is in a very good spot right now, and Happy really working hard with those ghouls, even having some ghouls collecting a bit of lumber while collecting a little bit of lumber when they didn't want it to engage. All right, Forest Troll Berserker could get caught in open field. That's going to be very bad. Death Knight now making a quick move for it. Is it going to be able to get away? That is going to be the big question, as the ghouls may be able to land in a couple more hits, but the Death Knight is just too far to get off a death coil. All right, let's go around, and yes, it is going to be a quick surround there, and that is going to be a big issue. There is a death coil here, heal, as the units are now trying to run back. Meanwhile, back down across over here, Tree of Life from Check is going to get checked and destroyed and canceled here in just a moment. Meanwhile, Death Knight, very, very low on mana, has to be very careful, and we do see a couple of Ancient of Wars in the back position here. Fan of Knives would be deadly. There's 1, there's 2, there's 3 dead ghouls, 4 dead ghouls, as the Shadow Strike finishes off another dead ghoul here. Happy cannot be happy at this point. Yes, he forced the cancellation, but at what cost? The Warden is so close now to level 4, and that is partly due to the fact that the Death Knight pretty much fed a whole bunch of experience across. Warden now pulling the units away. Death Knight coming back around once more. He does not want this expansion to get up, but he is currently attacking the Ancient of Wonders. Death Knight still going after perhaps a couple of wisps. There goes a wisp there, knowing that he cannot stick around this fight for far too long. Slaughterhouse currently under construction. Lich nowhere to be seen. Black Citadel getting upgraded. So we are going into a very Shadow Strike there. Death Knight. So level 2 Fan of Knives, level 1 Shadow Strike. It seems to be the usage so far, as the Warden cannot get in front of that Death Knight just quite yet. That Warden still getting in a little bit of shots here. The Death Knight very fast with that Unholy Aura. The Warden apparently just doesn't want it bad enough, not chasing down that Death Knight. Tree of Life, Moonwell. Back across over here, you can see Altar of Darkness, Slaughterhouse, Crypt, Black Citadel about to be done. We should be looking at an Orb of Corruption the moment that does pop out, but the Warden may have a very big advantage with that Fan of Knives to deal with all of those ghouls. Tome of Strength +2 up to 700 hit points in an instant, as the Warden is going to be just shy of level 4 after this Murloc creep camp. Let's take a look back to the north. Crypt Fiends are purposely pulling back this Ogre Warrior creep camp here. Death Knight now going to engage. Lich does not have an Orb of Corruption as of yet, as we're going to be looking at some engaging here. All right, Skeletal Minions in that front position. Crypt Fiends unable to attack. Obsidian Statue now bringing up the rear, as well as we should be able to see a little bit of healing going down. Death Knight wandering around in circles. Tome of Agility quickly picked up. And that, I don't know why that Death Knight's just simply not attacking. You can at least mitigate some hit points, deal some damage, do something to make this slightly faster. The Death Knight is just getting into position and finally picking up a Potion of Greater Healing and will get to level 4. Warden is going to get to, or already at level 4 with the help of an Ancient of War who ate his way through trees in order to tank a good bit of damage. All right. Warden. Talisman of Evasion, Claws of Attack +9, Gloves of Haste. Going to be a very annoying hero to deal with. Happy, however, does have a level 4 Death Knight already, and soon to be a level 2 Lich. Now, if the Lich goes for Dark Ritual, should have plenty of opportunities to get a lot of mana for constant Frost Novas. Lich with +21 attack and Gloves of Haste. That Lich is almost dealing double damage already. Add in an Orb of Corruption, and that Lich is going to be absolutely scary, as the Orb of Corruption does get transferred over. +26 attack on that Lich. And add in the -5 armor that the Lich is applying, and that damage is astronomical. If you are not careful, if you did not look at this Lich, you would not think the damage that it is dealing is something to be worried about, and you would be more concerned about perhaps focusing on the Death Knight. No, this is one of the reasons why you need to click on heroes in WarCraft 3 to figure out what items that they have. That Lich is a full-on, very powerful auto-attacking hero now, and add in Frost Nova. Dark Ritual has multiple ways to kill you. Death Knight still wandering around across over here. The Warden is sitting at level 4, just trying to get to level 5 here. Not going to be able to get it off of this particular creep camp, and there's only going to be 2 creep camps that are left. Murloc Nightcrawler's trying to spread the poison. Not going to be able to do all that, as we now see some Huntsmen now getting taken down. All right. Let's take a look at this. Death Knight now coming in. Death Coil quick onto the Forest Troll Berserker. We also see a Dark Ranger in there as well. Meanwhile, you can see that the expansion down over here from Czech is currently fairly well protected. This could eventually become a problem. Lich sitting at level 3 now. Let's take a look at this upcoming fight, and you can see the damage and how much damage is currently being dealt. All right, Fan of Knives trying to take down one Crypt Fiend. One Crypt Fiend does go down. Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Scroll of Healing saves a Dryad and gives a little bit of hit points to the Warden, as the Warden is still trying to fight this way through. Scroll of Town Portal, where's it going? Not back, down across over here. Heading back off to the north. A couple of Dryads looks like they are going to be outside of teleport range, but still relatively safe, as now a Moonwell, a full Moonwell, gonna get pressured. All right, Dryads need to get in some easy shots here to try and stop some of this. You can see one Dryad will get taken down once more. Silence as the Warden, the Warden now looking to back off here. It's Dark Ranger still engaging, focusing down many of these Dryads. Warden sitting at level 5, throws a Fan of Knives. It hits a couple of units, but with the Obsidian statues in position, Happy is able to heal all of that back up. All right, let's take a look at this. Crypt Fiend now trying to back away. Ogre Mauler. Oh, Dark Ritual denies the experience right there. That Lich doing, well, the Lich acting like a Lich in more ways than one, denying experience by doing that Dark Ritual, getting a little bit of mana back. And let's take a look at what Czech is going to be doing next. All right, Czech losing that one Ogre Mauler. So we see 2 Obsidian Statues, 3 Heroes, and a Crypt Fiend looking to take down a Moonwell. This expansion off over here is still going to get plenty of gold. This is a lot of gold per second, but there is not that large of an army to really fight with. 47 over 60 compared to 36 over 60. And remember, Czech has 5 additional wisps inside that entangled gold mine, so 31 over 60. The Abomination now going to get into position here. No real healing going on, as that one Ancient Protector is now taken down. All right, back across over here. The Warden hoping to do a little bit of cleanup in the back of the base here. Is it going to be able to do exactly that? There is a Ghoul down over here. Oh, let's take a look at this. The Warden is just hiding in position, preventing anything, and then blinking forward once more. Beautiful Fan of Knives to finish off some more units. Meanwhile, the Tree of Life is going to get taken out. All right, I guess this is one of those situations where, hey, you know what? If I can trade a base for a base, I'm going to be in a good spot, as Czech now also throwing down another expansion there. Warden sitting at 83 mana. You can see that there is one Acolyte currently mining, another Acolyte getting into position as the remaining Abominations and units are fighting. Yes, we saw that expansion earlier. Warden needs to get a bit more mana, unsummoning some buildings in order to get gold. Interesting call by Happy in order to perhaps train up some more things here. Dryads now getting into position, though. There's a Fan of Knives. There goes one Acolyte. There goes another Acolyte. A third Acolyte could get taken down. No, a little bit of slow. Another Acolyte gets taken down. Happy is just not in a good place right now, as he needs to teleport away. All right, Crypt Fiend's finishing off 2 Dryads, or a Dryad and an Archer. A Dryad off to the south will be able to escape back home, as both sides have suffered tremendous losses. But Czech remembering, if I can trade, I would gladly trade you an expansion for your main base. And that is just an attack on opportunity, or an attack based on opportunity right there, and what you are willing to lose. Czech now in a very, very good follow-up place here. 39 over 30, though. He needs to be able to survive this current onslaught in order to make his way through. Let's take a look at this Tree of Ages, sitting at, still mining a bit of gold, as Happy is now looking to put pressure here. All right, Dryad's now running across over here, and he goes, you know what? I think I can do this again. I don't know if I quite agree with this. The Warden is now going to be trying to rush in again. The Acolytes are in trouble. There goes one. There goes two. Is a third one going to get taken down? It looks as though there is a bit of repairing. There goes there goes the third one, and a fourth one should get finished off right here. Why is it going after the ghouls instead of that Acolyte? There goes another one there. Bases are getting cleared up. Tree of Ages is getting repaired, and so many repairs are currently happening. Ancients of Lore joining back in on the fight, as this Tree of Ages is still sticking around. Czech doing a great job keeping track of everything, as the Ancient of Lore is here, could uproot themselves and start engaging. All right, gold mine pretty much now gone. Warden still sitting at level 5, gonna Staff of Teleportation down over here, does have a Moonwell, and is gonna be able to join in on the fight again. There's a beautiful Fan of Knives hitting multiple units, does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, as we are still waiting for perhaps Nightfall or something else to happen. All right, down over here, a new Tree of Life is being added. Happy, unable to keep track of everything that is happening, as you see another gold mine here about to start mining. Dryads joining in on the fight. Crypt Fiends, and no, the Tri-Hero able to finish off a couple of the Dryads here. Abominations trying to finish off this one particular Tree of Ages. That still does not look like it's going to work. The Warden needing to make sure that there is nothing going on over here. There's an Acolyte, and that is it. One Spirit Tower as well, as the Dark Ranger and the Abominations will finally fell this Tree of Ages, not knowing that his opponent is mining from another base not too far away. Another Wisp should be joining in on that fight there in just a moment. Warden is still sitting at level 5. Is it going to, yes, finish off this Acolyte, get to level 6? No, it is not. 12 experience shy as the Dryads just sitting down across over here. New gold mine getting entangled. Warden has nothing to really attack across over here. The Ancients of Lore are attacking back, or at least one of them is, as we now look at the Death Knight, who did not see the expansion here. Interesting. Did not spot that expansion at all. All right, going after the Black Citadel. Black Citadel taking a lot of damage. Going after that, and we should be looking at a Potion of Mana and the Avatar of Vengeance, as this is exactly what I expected to see. Staff of Teleportation away. Where is it going to go? Down across over... Nope, yeah, down across over here by these Moonwells. And Czech is just everywhere at once, and this is why it is working. Avatar of Vengeance now looking to back off here. That is a lot of piercing damage there to be had. This Avatar of Vengeance can only take damage from the Black Citadel right now. Wants to continue that damage once more. Everything else is immune to damage. Death Knight and the 3 unit main heroes are now making their way over as the remaining troops are going after these buildings off over here. Warden still in a very sticky situation. What's going to be happening as the Avatar of Vengeance needs to get away? Death Knight sitting at level 5. Dryads need to back off as the units are still fighting, and just a war on multiple fronts. The Warden does have very good items, Potion of Invisibility as well, and should be able to still pick up some decent items here. The Death Knight selling some things and Death Coiling just to get a little bit more experience once more. All right, let's see what's going to be happening. Warden going after units. Fan of Knives. And now looking to back off. No easy way of healing, though. No Druids of the Claw. This is still anyone's game at this point. As we now see Avatar of Vengeance still taking a little bit of damage once again. All right, let's take a look. Where is this Warden going to be traveling to next? Dryad. Oh, nope, not really concerned there. Meanwhile, back down across over here, Abominations gonna join in on the fight across here as well. We really need to see a very strong fight, a strong presence, a strong finish, something to happen for Czech if he wants to hold on to this. Meanwhile, back across over here, Avatar of Vengeance is going after some of these buildings. There is still some gold available as the Warden now making its way across. All right, double scrolls of healing definitely needed, as it is going to use a scroll of is it going to use a scroll of healing? It should be using a scroll of healing right about now. They are on cooldown, so there you go. In comes the fight. There's the scroll of healing. There's the focus fire, as we no dust of appearance at all. Staff of Teleportation. There is a death coil saving the Abomination, as the Warden still does not have quite enough. All right, one Dryad was taken out across over here. Tree of Life still taking a lot of damage over here. You can see Ancient of Wonders being built across over here, upgrading the Tree of Ages down across here. So Warden currently silenced, unable to get anywhere. Potion of Invulnerability shrugging off the incoming death coil, as the Blink now, where'd he go? Oh, Blink back around the other side. Lich is right there. Are we going to see a Frost Nova? No, we are not, as we are still looking at these Moonwells looking to get cleared out. All right, buildings back off to the north. Still, I do not believe this expansion has been spotted. No, I repeat, no Potion of Mana on Czech's hero, so not going to be able to drop that Avatar of Vengeance just quite yet. No mining going on here either, as the Death Knight still does not know about this expansion here. This is a tremendous setback. All right, Scroll of Healing could be used here in just a second. Is it going to be used? Oh, wow. All right, now going after the Warden. Oh, are we going to see a Scroll of Healing? No, we are not, as we now see the Warden now looking to back off here. All right, Abominations and Crypt Fiends looking to finish off that down across over here. It looks as though a Dryad is going to get finished off, as we are now going into an Ancient of Lore. All right, building a building on every which corner of this map. And Happy looks like he is going to be able to find this expansion now. All right, Wisps are being trained. Warden using a Clarity Potion, has a Potion of Mana. As we see the Dryads are now hiding back off to the north. They may be able to do a little bit of healing. Crypt Fiends are coming back into play. Is the Warden going to perhaps find an Abomination? And oh, this could be a big deal. If an Abomination gets taken down, oh, Avatar of Vengeance has been used. Death Coil needs to come in. It does come in time. Nothing really else here. Fan of Knives going across as the Warden needs to pick up more items. Dust of Appearance, Potion of Healing, focusing down on this Crypt Fiend. Crypt Fiend now back and unburrowed. Death Knight still fighting. Warden still needs to get off another potion, or a potion of mana, but it is currently on cooldown, as that Avatar of Vengeance is not strong unless there are corpses on the ground. Tree of Ages still absorbing a bit of damage. Back across over here, training up more and more Dryads. You can see the Avatar of Vengeance getting into a position where she can use this graveyard against his opponent. All right, let's take a look at this. Summoning some units already. Let's take a look. Is it going to happen again? It does not look like it. The Avatar of Vengeance looks like it will get taken down. That is the major threat. No, able to escape at 153 hit points, as the Warden is now just trying to dodge every which way. All right. Scroll of Town Portal after a Frost Nova Death Coil. One Spirit of Vengeance is still engaging. Now coming back down across over here. Wisp now looking to back off. What is going to be happening here, as the Warden does have a Potion of Mana? Is it going to get into position? Perhaps double Fan of Knives once more. Clarity Potion trying to get away, but gets disrupted by the Obsidian Statue. All right, let's take a look. Constant attacking from these little Spirits of Vengeance is not really that strong, really not going to be enough. The Tree of Ages will fall 30 over 30 supply, and it looks like Happy is still hanging on by a thread. Ancients of Lore still training up more units. You can see a new Tree of Life being constructed again, and again, as the Warden is just being a one-woman army. Is Happy going to crack under all this pressure? That is the big question, as now you see a Scroll of Town Portal, Staff of Teleportation, Death Knight, and Lich do show up to the party. Are we going to see a Frost Nova here? Is it going to be able to escape? That is the question. Meanwhile, back down across over here, one Moonwell is going to get finished up. Warden wants to finish off some units here, and is going to be able to do so. Unable to blink now, as it does get silenced. Now going after some units. Is it going to be able to get perhaps to that Moonwell? Yes, it does get to the Moonwell, but at what cost? Lost a large amount of hit points. There's a Fan of Knives, and now once more moving away. All right, building another tree. How does Czech have this much gold is my question, as Czech building another Tree of Life here. And there is just Wisp all across the map. All right, let's take a look at this. This gold mine has not mined anything for quite some time. This gold mine currently getting entangled. This Tree of Life now nearly done. It is going to get canceled again, as a Death Knight does show up to the party. Warden now heading back off to the north. Dryads heading back off to the north. Wow, fast blinking, fast moving Warden. I do not know if the cooldown on the Avatar of Vengeance is done just quite yet, but it might be, as we now take a look. There it is. Avatar of Vengeance is now back out on the field. 2 Spirit of Vengeance is already in play. A third one should be available shortly, if it is within range. Dark Ranger does show up to the party, and why isn't it not spawning more and more? All right, Black Citadel in serious trouble, taking a lot of damage. Meanwhile, back over here, Lich and Obsidian Statue clearing out. A Tree of Life attempting to take down these this across over here. This Tree of Life going to be picking up and moving itself here in just a moment, as the Warden is currently trying to hide in the corner, and well, without Shadow Strike cannot really go toe-to-toe with these units here. All right, let's continue to fight this down here. More Spirit of Vengeance is coming back into play. The Dark Ranger trying to do a bit of chasing now, and the Black Citadel is going to get taken down. All right, with the Black Citadel down, that means absolutely no chance whatsoever for, oh well, Warden down to 265 hit points. Is it going to be able to, yes, Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, able to get away, but where is it going to go to next? Moonwells are pretty much all gone here. This Tree of Life needs to uproot itself and perhaps walk back down to the south now, as the Spirit of Vengeance is trying to clear up some of these units. All right. Obsidian Statue down across over here. Warden down across over here. This Tree of Life not going to be able to entangle any gold mines. And I believe this is the end of the line for Czech. Level 6 Warden. Not going to be enough to finish off a level 5 Death Knight, level 4 Lich, level 3 Dark Ranger. Even though, well, the Undead has no way of currently mining any additional gold. Death Knight spots the Tree of Life. Gonna go after it right here, right now. That Tree of Life was not moving around. Death or Avatar or Warden now trying to get into position again. Oh, that Ziggurat almost taken down. Warden is in a little bit of trouble. Does have a Potion of Lesser Invulnerability. Where is it going to try and travel to? Dark Ranger getting off a shot there, but is it going to shadow? Well, blinks away once more, and is it going to do anything here? Not quite sure what it can be done. All right. Warden coming across an obsidian statue, trying to finish things off here. It looks as though the obsidian statue could get taken down. Still a little bit of life or time on that Avatar of Vengeance before it is going to be coming back in. The obsidian statue trying to move away. Fan of Knives probably not the good call anymore. Shadow Strike definitely needed in order to take down heroes. Shadow Strike is the hero killer, as there is only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 buildings left. 6 buildings left. Total hit points. A new Ancient of Wonders being built down across over here. Happy is now revealed. As you can see, Dryads are getting cleared up. This is turning into a base race, and the Tree of Life will be destroyed here in just a moment. Happy does not crack under the pressure, and it looks like Happy will win game number 3 and take this series. All right. That graveyard is going to be the last building to go. I can pretty much guarantee it. The Warden's still off over here. That new Avatar of Vengeance doing a good amount of damage. Dryads trying to finish off the buildings off over here. There is a new Ancient of Wonders being built down over here, and a burrowed Crypt Fiend here. We could perhaps see another building being built in every which corner of the map. I believe the Warden needs to actually sell the Staff of Teleportation in order to have gold for another building somewhere else. There it goes. That is now gone, and now the Ancient of Wonders is the last building left. All right, he needs to sell the Staff of Teleportation, the Dust of Appearance, maybe hold on to the Potion of Lesser Invulnerability, and that will allow him to build another building somewhere else. This Wisp trying to run and hide. Yes, he does sell those. Dryads is still back over here. It looks as though the Avatar is going to get taken down. The Spirit of Vengeance should be going after the Ziggurats, not this graveyard off over here, as this Ancient of Wonders is now going to be uprooted and trying to, well, it's going to eat himself into a corner, is pretty much what you're going to see here. That Ancient of Wonders with 7 armor going to eat itself into a corner. You can see another Ancient of Wonders right off over here, and Czech is just hoping for a critical mistake from his opponent. All right, still need to wait on cooldown. Abominations, Ogre Warriors trying to clear things out. Burrowed Crypt Fiends all across the map, and you can see where exactly this guy is trying to eat his way into. He is trying to eat himself into a very, very small position that is almost impossible to get to. He's going to eat himself off over into here. All right, where is this Ancient of Wonders going to go? Czech is just being absolutely cute right now. The buildings are revealed. Warden, Avatar of Vengeance. Not going to get very far.
Town is under siege.
Wisp getting killed. Ancient of Wonder is going to get taken out, with a final guy off over here.
player's forces are under attack.
And there it is. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Hope you guys enjoyed it.